Yo, I know what you're here for. Let's get to that sports talk, baby. Sorry, camera all messed up. There's a lot going on. I had to hop on here. I'm ready to go. Big news today. Within the last hour, we got breaking news with Russell Wilson the joining the Giants. George, appreciate you, George, for joining in. Stephon Diggs to the Patriots. Patriots were in with Chris Godwin, tried to give him about 30 mil. So I seen this coming. I ain't gonna lie. I seen this coming. I'm happy for some content. It's been a little dead this week. Just when you thought free agency was dead, the shit hit let off a boom. You feel me? As a Commanders fan, I'm not scared of Russell Wilson. I'm sorry to break it to you, any Giants fans. I don't think this is the player y'all really wanted. I think y'all wanted Shedeur Sanders. And we're gonna get into that situation and Shedeur Sanders and what he's going to do going forward. For me, in my mind, Shedeur Sanders is dropping down the draft boards like rapidly. Like, is he not? Because I thought the spot was going to be Giants. Shedeur Sanders, bright lights, New York to watch. You know what I'm saying? That it's going to create something there. You know what I'm saying? The Giants, this is your last leg, and you're putting your last leg on Russell Wilson and Jameis Winston. We done seen what Russell Wilson has had, and he's been on team after team, and the last two teams he was on, they felt like he wasn't worth it. They felt he wasn't that good. So the Giants, they signed to a $21 million deal for 1 year. So Russell Wilson gets another bag. For some reason, he's getting a bag. This year, they did make the playoffs. He did have a stretch of games where they won some games, but they did win with Justin Fields too. So that's what that coaching staff does anyways. We see the Steelers year after year go in the first round and get bounced. They worried about having a positive record more than they're actually winning about going in there and getting some goddamn wins. So Russell Wilson, he's been bounced around since the Seahawks. We knew this, George. He is not going to be good. He doesn't have a defense or an offense for sure. He don't got Neighbors is a good target to go to. Who's their running back? I'm sorry. Like he definitely has a. I do agree with George here. Russell Wilson going from the Steelers offense that was DK Metcalf, that was George Pickens, that was Jalen Warren, different weapons like that. Definitely goes down to the Giants, and they got Slayton, Malik Neighbors, and what else do they really have? Maybe they're bringing in, and now this. I think they're out of the quarterback conversation. Tommy DeVito is their third best quarterback too. So they still got Tommy DeVito on that staff, on that roster, on that QB room. Now they got Jameis Winston. They just signed him to a 2-year, $8 million deal. Some people thought that Jameis Winston was going to be the starter, but I knew they was going to add another quarterback, and I just thought it was going to be Shedeur Sanders. I had the whole short ready to drop for this situation, and look for the short to come out tomorrow on this. Yep, the Giants. So officially, the Giants and Super Bowl winning QB Russell Wilson reached an agreement today on a 1-year deal worth up to $21 million, including $10 million and guaranteed. The 10-time Pro Bowl selection had been in discussion with the Giants, Browns, and Steelers, but is opting for New York, where Wilson won a Super Bowl in MetLife Stadium. Now Wilson returning there as a Giant. That's kind of crazy. So it's a full swing for Russell Wilson. He won a Super Bowl here. Y'all know back in 2014 and 15 when the Legion of Boom was there and shit. Y'all know. So he actually won a Super Bowl in that stadium, and now he's going back and being a Giant there. As a Washington fan, I'm rubbing my fucking hands. Yes, we lost to the Steelers, but we know some bullshit happened. And Jazon Newton hopping off sides and that bullshit with we got that Jeremy Chin fumble, and we really should have had that wide open pass. I think it was to Luke McCaffrey or something. We should have beat the Steelers. Let's be real. We like one or two plays from being 14, having 14 wins on the season. Ally Terry down the sideline for a touchdown, which with the Cowboys, and we end up mixing the extra point. We would have beat them in overtime. The Russell Wilson the Steelers situation where people was hopping off sides that shouldn't be off sides happened. Russell Wilson, I'm sorry, he's on the back end of his career, and if I'm versing him twice a year, I ain't fine with it. I'd rather go against him than Shedeur Sanders. I'm sorry. If you watch Colorado football, I'm sorry, Shedeur's like that. Yes, it's a mystery where he's going in the draft. We got to look at the draft board. I'm gonna pull it up somewhere right here. Maybe we could get to looking at it, see where Shedeur Sanders might land. But yeah, this is an interesting one. For we have to verse them twice a year, so it's the conversation that we need to have. What is Russell Wilson actually going to do? Okay, the New York Giants, free agent quarterback Russell Wilson. Yeah. Adam Schefter broke the news. Their agreement between Wilson and the Giants now eliminates New York as a potential opting this season for Aaron Rodgers. So Aaron Rodgers, if anybody's interested in, what I'm saying, ESPN type, it seems like Aaron Rodgers might be going to the Steelers. I know Aaron Rodgers is always in talks in every offseason now, and he might leave and go somewhere else, or he might sign somewhere else. Honestly, I think for Aaron Rodgers and the Steelers, I don't think that should happen. I think Aaron Rodgers should retire. That's me. That's definitely me. And I don't know if anybody's there. George, what does it mean for Aaron Rodgers? Talking about it right now. My boy, my bad, George. I didn't read your comment, but I got you, boy. You know I got you, bro. Appreciate you, George, in the comment. Anybody in the comment section, put your comment in the comment section. I know I'm streaming on Instagram. I can't see my, my comments right now. Find my phone or something. I might see y'all comments on Instagram too. But if you want me to read your comment, head over to YouTube, hit that lace them up in all caps, and hit that like, comment, subscribe for y'all, boy. We do all this stuff all the time. Any type of breaking news, any type of Washington news you want to hear, want to react to, we reacting to it. So Russell Wilson, Aaron Rodgers seems to be going anywhere but to the couch. I think he's going to retire. Pittsburgh might move on, go somewhere else that we're not thinking about. Maybe draft wise, they might trade up. Who knows? I don't know what the Steelers are going to do, but the biggest fit for them might be Aaron Rodgers. It's also now leaves Rodgers and the Pittsburgh Steelers, Wilson former team, in a position to work out their own agreement. If the quarterback decides he wants to play this season. So if Aaron Rodgers has a spot to play, and it seems like it's going to be with the Steelers next season, if Aaron Rodgers is still willing to play football, but he's always in retirement agreement every year. It seems like he might retire. Who knows what this guy is doing day by day basis? Wilson joined the Giants team with just two other QBs on the roster. Like I said, Jameis Winston and Tommy DeVito. The veteran Winston agreed to a 2-year, $8 million contract with the team last week. DeVito is a holdover who appeared in 12 games for a team for the past 2 seasons. And DeVito cost you Jaden Daniels. Y'all Giants fans could have had Jaden Daniels, but shout out to the Italian DeVito going out there winning games that don't mean shit. Thank you, Giants. Thank you for being idiots, giving us JD5. New York also currently holds the number 3 pick. And just like we said, what does this mean for Shedeur Sanders? What does this mean for Shedeur Sanders? Where would he go? What are teams that need a quarterback in the draft? The draft is in what? 30-something days, 30 days? Something like that. You feel me? So Tennessee holds the first pick. Cam Ward, they're holding a separate workout. After the pro day, it seems like he's having a separate workout with the Titans. And then the Titans are going to make their move on what they think they should get. Abdul Carter, y'all see the news? He's posting every day. He's been posting for the last 100 days that he's going to be the number 1 pick. So who knows? Abdul Carter, Cam Ward, Travis Hunter. Honestly think Travis Hunter should be the first off the board. He's the best player in the draft. I don't care what anybody's talking about. You take at number 1 pick, you take the best available player no matter what, unless you need a QB, which they do. We've seen mayonnaise lettuce. You've seen mayonnaise Levis. He ain't that good, chat. He's not that good. This is a dumb move. What are they going to do next year with the quarterback situation? Maybe they wait for Arch to come out. Maybe they wait for some of these guys like Bennett to come out. I don't know what quarterback they're looking at for next year's draft. At the number 3 pick, this is the highest you're going to be at. Who knows if you go win some games and you're not at the number 3 pick next year? You know what I'm saying? Y'all already had some of the top 5 picks for the last, I don't know how many amount of years. You guys been terrible. So, second, Cleveland Browns. Cleveland Browns got the second overall pick. Deshaun Watson seems to be out for the years. He got the Achilles injury. He got a lot going on with the news. He won't stop touching people. So we don't know what Deshaun Watson is going to do next year, but the nigga won't be playing football. The nigga, he won't be playing football. So they're going to be looking for a quarterback too. So maybe Shedeur Sanders is a Cleveland Brown. Maybe it goes Cam Ward, Shedeur Sanders at 2, Travis Hunter with the Giants at 3, because quarterback is taking out the situation now. You got 3 quarterbacks on your roster, unless you're saying I'm cutting DeVito and then you draft Shedeur Sanders. It wouldn't make no sense. You got 3 veteran quarterbacks on the staff, but who knows? The Giants and them dumbass decisions, like my guy George just said in the comment section, what the hell are you going to do? Because Russell Wilson and Jameis Winston are not anything towards the future, and that's what you would think your franchise is looking at. That's what you would think that your front office is looking at. But for some reason, the Giants keep holding on to this whack ass front office that isn't getting them anywhere. You held on to Daniel Jones for year after year. You let Saquon go after the whole world told you to re-sign him. The whole world told you to re-sign him, and you didn't re-sign him, and you decided to give Daniel Jones the deal. And where's Daniel Jones now? The man's a plumber. We don't know where he went. He went from team to team. I think he on his 3rd team now. I don't know where he went. And now, like I said, you got to start the year with Jameis Winston. So it looks like the Giants in this draft is looking at either maybe corner, another wide receiver, another weapon for Russ. Who knows? But I thought I really wanted Shedeur to go to the Giants. I thought it was a better move if Shedeur went to the Giants, as you can see in the bottom right in that mock draft down there. Maybe we could pull up this mock draft down here. That some of these And guess who? Mr. Reliable. In space to the pylon touchdown. Ward, another one-on-one. Drops it over his teammate. Let's see. It's really not taking the pause on screen. I don't know how to take the pause screen out, but as you can see, this is kind of projection of what we think is going to happen, or some NFL analyst mock draft 3.0 by who gives a fuck Daniel Jeremiah. He might be some guy who's really looking, and he's in that business. So Cam Ward, they think he go that 1. I think Cam Ward should go 1. The Titans quarterback situation has been bad, but the team around him has been bad since Derrick Henry, AJ Brown. They lost key guys, bro, key weapons. And you think you just year after year you're going to get a key guy? It's just not going to happen. Abdul Carter edge for the Browns, adding to Myles Garrett, that would be crazy. But these guys need a quarterback. I think Shedeur goes here, or Cam Ward goes here, or whatever in each order. Travis Hunter looks to be going to the Giants. I think they take Travis Hunter at number 3 no matter what, and I think that's their move that they're making. Man, we can't pass up on Travis Hunter. If you don't think that the quarterback is that good this year, then maybe you do got to pass up on him. Maybe you do just got to pass up on him. I'm at chat. I don't know what the hell happened. My shit just froze and kicked me out. That's my bad. But we about to get right back into it. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes shit happens, but we're gonna get back right. What we was talking about. Like I said, Shedeur, these guys, we don't know where they're going. Okay, Travis at the New England Patriots, they just got a wide receivers in Stephon Diggs. As we need to talk about is Stephon Diggs. I'm wrapped up in so much Russell Wilson and draft talk. We forgot to talk Stephon Diggs, chat. He's now a New England Patriot. Got a bag on him. 69 mil. Drake May, you got some weapons now. Joe Milton. Joe Milton, he's in contract talks or whatnot. Uh Joe Milton, a pretty good player, and it seems like Dallas might seems to be in the works of trying to get him. We got to talk about the news and Trey Hendrickson. Seems like he's gonna be staying with the Bengals, but Stephon Diggs, he's now on the Patriots, bro. Patriots getting better fast. They're using that cap space. They making big moves, bro. They overpaying guys, but they know they got to do that because their team ain't that appealing. Y'all would think a lot of people are going away from the cold, but Patriots making the Patriots way back. I ain't gonna lie. They actually been making some good moves. I got to give it to them. But 69 million, 26 million guaranteed for Stephon off an injury. I don't know, Chad. What you think, Chad? What you think? I think that's a big bag for a guy off an injury and off of butting heads with Josh Allen and didn't know like this. He got the Cardi B. Cardi B touched him. What happened on Offset? You feel me? Offset that fell off the goddamn who God's earth. He been messing with Cardi B. Chat. We got to keep that in consideration. And don't say I don't got a point, bro. I got a point. Got that Cardi B touch. We all remember the miracle play. I know they happy. Them Patriots fans is happy as shit. They finally got some shit going on. I ain't gonna lie to them. I ain't gonna do them like that. George, I feel like teams are trying to copy what Dan Quinn and Adam Peters did last year for us. Yeah, man, they trying to get them to. They trying to get them. They trying to make some moves. They trying to build that. They trying to progress their defense, make some D line plugs in, and they trying to get they quarterback head coach situation right and have some good play calling. That's what it is, bro. We just got a good team. I'm not sure if anybody's copying for real, but that's what it is. Get you a great young offensive coordinator or somebody, a scheme guy. Get you a head coach who can play defense, who can call defensive plays, and get you some decent weapons. And you feel like if you got a great quarterback with some decent weapons, it's going to happen for you. You know what I'm saying? So they feel like they got Drake May. They feel like Joe Milton. I don't know if they moved to Joe Milton. Who knows? Drake May is. I feel like it's the future of the Patriots. And he didn't have a bad year last year for what I thought. But Stephon Diggs definitely got a chip on his shoulder. He signs 3 years. He got a 3-year deal. So pretty good for a wide receiver. Terry, we signed him to a 3-year deal. And I'm praying that we give bro an extension. We should have been in talks for my guy Terry McLaurin with an extension already. We signed him to a measly 3-year deal like 2 years ago when Ron Rivera and them were there. But I would say this. That's the only thing the motherfuckers got right was Terry McLaurin. I'm sorry. Everybody else washed, done, trash. Because of them, we do got JD5. Just how ash they were, we got JD5. So that's another upside from that shit. But Stephon Diggs, what you looking to see him do with Drake May? He's seems like he's the only receiver out there, so he might have some crazy stats. I might go Stephon Diggs for a flex on my fantasy. Might put him at flex. He might get you a good 15, 20 points on a good day. Stephon Diggs, he used to be like that for the Bills. You know what I'm saying? Josh Allen was his quarterback. Young quarterback in Drake May, we don't know, but two cold teams with two big moves up north, AFC, AFC, NFC. So NFC East, got to talk about it. Russell Wilson for the Giants. I think we sweep them, put belt BTA twice a year. Russell Wilson ain't him. But I wish the best for him. But because Russell Wilson was a good player at one point when he had that defense going, and it was him, and he had some Hall of Famers. You know what I'm saying? He needed them Hall of Famers. Other than that, Broncos let you go, got you right up out of here. Broncos, let's ride. No Broncos, they fucking died. They was up out of here. You got up out of there, and now you with the Giants, which every quarterback who ends up starting there gets up out of there. So this could potentially be Russell Wilson's final stop. Could be. Same here with Stephon Diggs too. Like those guys, like you don't do nothing here. I'm not sure. You might be starting to get 1-year deals like D Hop going for 8 mil, 7 measly mil. So I kind of think those are the top free agents really left. I think after free agency kind of died off a little bit, but yeah, I think that's about it for free agency, chat. I think that's it for free agency. I think that's the news we going in it. Trey Hendrickson, he's in news, and it seems like the Bengals, for some reason, they got a bricks truck dropping at the front of their goddamn stadium every single day. What the like? How you got so much money that you able to re-sign? They talking about update. The Bengals are fully prepared to negotiate a new deal with Trey Hendrickson. Didn't he have 17 and a half sacks last year, chat? For the last 2 years, 14 here, 13 here. He going to be asking for some Myles Garrett money. You just gave Jamar Chase 145 or some crazy shit like that. Highest paid player. So what you going to have one of the three top highest paid players on your team? It's no way, bro. It's no way these niggas are locking in Trey Hendrickson. So I don't know if Commanders are in the market or maybe the Commanders are looking somewhere different. It seems like we've had moves. You know what I'm saying? We had some good moves, and probably that's it, chat. It might be it for Washington fans and moves going forward, as in trading. We only got like 4 or 5 picks in the draft. I think we're at like 29 or 28, something like that. And we got to figure out what we're going to get. I think we get a corner. We need help at defensive end, but we just signed like 4 defensive end players, and Trench Wise Jr., something like that, from the Patriots to Golden to Jacob Martin. Some of these guys are probably going to get cut. You know what I'm saying? Because it hops up to like 75-man roster or something like that. And who knows if some of these guys we signed in free agency stay with the team. But it seems like the Bengals are fully prepared to give 29, 30-year-old Trey Hendrickson a huge bag. So it seems like them niggas are cooking up.
How true this is, Trey Hendrickson? Are we getting him or what?
Oh,
are we reuniting him and Lou or what?
Good question.
I'm sure there's interest. It seems to me. So here's sort of the Bengals stance. I mean, obviously we saw they paid the 2 stud receivers, right? They paid Jamar and Higgins. Got nice contract. Jamar, I mean, great contract. Higgins, really nice deal as well. The Bengals do not like letting good players leave the building, even if it's for like a huge draft pick. They don't like it. They like to draft, sign their own guys. And I think they get annoyed that people think that they don't sign their guys. So Hendrickson is awesome. He deserves a lot of money. I think his next contract is going to be above 30. Is it going to beat, Max Crosby? I don't know, but it's going to be above 30. And I think the Bengals are working. I know the Bengals are working on it. And I know they would like to keep him in the building. They would like to pay him. And I think they would like people to stop saying, why don't the Bengals pay their guys? Because they do. And I think getting Hendrickson done at a money and a value that makes sense for both sides will be a great way for the Bengals to be like, see?
My fault, Chad. You know what I'm saying? I'm on this goddamn Madden franchise doing this draft and shit, so I might hop in and out of the joint for a couple seconds. But you know what I'm saying? We chilling, we reacting. I appreciate y'all for tuning in. Any of y'all on Instagram who have tuned in, I can't see your stuff right now. Hold on, let me check my Instagram. You know what? Let's pull up Instagram. See if anybody 210. Oh, right here. But yo, we gotta. Who knows? We might not make any more moves, Chad. I'm not sure if Washington makes any more moves. Trey Hendrickson, it was already seeming impossible to start when they was talking about they wanted a first round pick for him. I had a whole thumbnail for it and stuff like that, and then news comes out that Trey is most likely going to be re-signed to the Bengals, and I'm like, just makes no sense. You just signed T. Higgins, you just signed Jamar Chase, and interesting as this, yes, your defense is horrible, which you should have spent more money on the defensive side. So it seems like, yo, why would you take a lot of money? You're putting all this money in one player in Trey Hendrickson, which he's going to acquire, who knows, 30, 33, 35 and a half million, close to 40 million a year. Why don't you just spread that between defensive players and free agency? You know the Bengals don't know what the fuck they're doing. They don't know in that front office what the hell they're doing. They don't.
Are fully prepared to move forward and attempt to negotiate a deal with him. I don't believe they want to trade him at all. And I actually would say, after talking to multiple people involved, that they have now reached the conclusion that a trade is really off the table. So that's great news for Bengals fans. Now it really becomes, can both sides reach a fair agreement? Can they come together and find a number that works for not only Trey, but obviously the organization? And that's essential to this entire process. Now, last week, the Texans extended Danielle Hunter, and that was a big move for a lot of reasons. Obviously, the money, but same age, same position, both all-pro caliber players at the arguably the second most important position in the league. That extension now provides a potential blueprint.
Some bullshit, chat, some bullshit. I heard all of it, how they're going to be repositioning and all this goddamn bullshit. Makes no sense. Russell Wilson and the Giants agreement now eliminates New York as a potential option this season for Aaron Rodgers. It also now leaves Aaron Rodgers with the Steelers in a position to work out a deal, but both former Steelers quarterbacks have landed in New York. Wilson to the Giants, Justin Fields to the Jets. Yeah, that's kind of crazy, which I thought the Steelers were going to either re-sign Russ, which Russ has DK, you know what I'm saying? They're familiar with each other, DK and Russell Wilson. So I thought it would have made more sense if they would have just re-signed Russ in that situation. Sorry, let me zoom in for you, chat. That's good, chat. But yeah, a lot going on this week. Juju Watkins torn ACL. We seen the Juju Watkins video with Jaden Daniels and his mama and stuff like that, bro. That shit was funny. But today has been the day that sports news in the NFL is going on. This Kevin Durant. I'm tired of hearing this Kevin Durant trade. It's not even trading season anymore. I don't want to hear it. So it seems like Kevin Durant is going to be going from away from the Suns, which we already knew this. When Russ start doing that, he ain't do that with the Wizards. He ain't do that with my Lakers, bro. The NFL's competition committee is likely going to propose a kickoff adjustment for the 2025 season that will move touchbacks from the 30-yard line to the 35 in an attempt to increase return rates per mark. 35-yard line? Nigga, they tweaking, bro. It's only so much fucking, like, you're making it too easy for the quarterbacks. I mean, you're making it too easy for the offense to get in field goal range, like, and to get a touchdown. Michael Gallup. Hear about that. And I hope he does good. I hope he does good. He's on our team now, but that guy's a plumber. Everything he missed from Cam Ward's pro day. Y'all think he going one? Y'all think Cam Ward going one? That was a good throw. Bro, and what about Restrepo? That nigga run like a 4.7.
Change moving, but you need.
Wildcat?
Oh, we gonna throw it to him?
What in the?
What are we doing?
He's gonna
Restrepo!
catch one.
To Cam! We got it!
Okay, so we can do a trick play.
Yeah!
So we can do a trick play.
That took some
That's what we do.
orchestration.
That was kind of fire because I ain't never seen no trick play in like a pro day. That was kind of funny. Yep, Cam Ward is definitely going first overall. I think he will too. I definitely think Cam Ward will go first overall. He's a little doggy personal talent elevator. So bro got that dog mentality or something.
That looks like the blue chip.
Travis Hunter, he think he can go out there and play 120 plays. Y'all think he can go out there and play 100?
Go out there and play 120 plays.
I know you probably want to play both sides of the ball, correct?
Yes, sir.
That's 120 plays. So in your mind, how many plays you think you can go?
How many plays I know I can play? I can play 120. Our offense.
He been doing it all his life. He been playing both sides all his life, but 120 snaps. You playing on both sides against the best of the best at certain positions. Come here, 3. That boy playing around over there. 120 snaps is kind of crazy. I ain't gonna lie.
Our offense was firepower. We didn't stop. We didn't have no breaks. Like my first year when we first got in college, our offense was based off tempo. We didn't have no huddle plays. My biggest thing is just me learning the playbook more. You know, getting more in depth with the playbook and understanding what I'm doing so I can go out there and play 120 plays.
And like I said, bro, if niggas know, if they go to the stadium and actually watch these games, they be having hella commercial breaks and shit. He got time to rest, nigga. I'm not even gonna lie. He definitely got time to rest. I don't want to hear none of that shit. I don't want to hear about any of that shit. But I had to come on here and react to this, man. We had mock draft. What y'all think about this mock draft? So they got us Cam Ward at 1, Shedeur at 2, Travis Hunter at 3, which I said Cam Ward at 1, Shedeur should go to the Browns, and Travis Hunter at 3. Abdul Carter at 4, Ashton Genty at 6. Where'd 5 go? 7. Okay, look, the draft order is right here though. What they got us mock drafting for our pick at 29, I think it is 28, 29 or something. So we got pick 29. Restrepo's a good talent. Let's go mock draft. We're gonna look up Commanders mock draft. So see who we taking at 29. Who we taking at 29? We gotta see who we get in chat. So this Commanders official site to see who they think that we're getting. Jaden Daniels is my dog. Never mind, they ain't showing us shit. Maybe we go on Twitter. Let's go back on Twitter. Okay, Commanders mock draft. This is what they think that we might be getting. I'm trying to see, Chad, because they showing like pick 54. We got pick 29. Donovan, I don't even know who that is, but that nigga got the same name as me, so that nigga got to be good. All right, this is cool right here. 33rd team 2025 NFL mock draft. We got us getting Luther Burton, a wide receiver 3. We signed Michael Gallup. We re-signed Noah Brown. We re-signed KJ Osborne. I'm not sure if we get a wide receiver at 29. Maybe we go corner defensive back. But if you get the right player, you get the right player. Say from South Carolina. It's a safety. We just signed the safety in Harrison. So who knows? Jay Daniel. Edge, Mike Green. I heard a lot of people talk about this guy, Mike Green from Marshall, for defensive end. That could be a cool pick too. I ain't gonna lie. So some of these mock drafts, they gonna kind of like some of them. Long snapper. I don't think we're getting a long snapper at round 1, pick 29. Cornerback, Texas. I have heard of him. Who knows what we get? I'm just glad we got him. Facts. But that's some of the news from today. Like I said, Trey Hendrickson seems like he is not going anywhere. He's going to stay with the Bengals. Russell Wilson, he's now staying with. He's going to be with the Giants. Cam Ward seems to be going number 1 with the Titans, but not much going on. Well, a lot going on today. A lot going on today. Stephon Diggs to the Patriots.
So now sitting
about Cam Ward's pro day. Damn. My bad, chat. Yeah, a lot going on. But I think that's about it for free agency. I don't know if we're gonna make a big splash or going to getting anybody for trade wise. We lost a lot of picks between Laramie Tunsil and Debo Samuel and Marshawn Lattimore. Like it's only so much picks you can dealt off and get players. So I think that we just need to draft really wise here between the first round and the next couple rounds. We don't have a second round pick. Or no, I think we don't have a third round pick this year, but we have a 4th and a 5th one. So I think round 5 picks they will have. So potential wide receiver room. Well, the wide receiver room for the Patriots. Stephon Diggs just added on a 26. No, I think it was like a 60-something million deal, 65, 20-something guaranteed, maybe. Mac Hollins, Mario Douglas, Kayshawn. Don't even know who that is. Kendrick Byrne. Stephon Diggs and Mac Hollins. Not sure if they was on the same team at the same time, but yes, those guys they're familiar with each other. But Giants QB room now, bro. Mr. Unlimited in the middle. Save me, the Lord saved me from pick sixes. Jameis Winston, and don't even know what this symbol is. And Tommy DeVito, the Frenchman, Linguini, and Tommy DeVito. But Russell Wilson's NFL career after signing 1-year deal with Giants per Jonathan Jones. Yeah, he's been with the Seahawks most of his career. Broncos wasn't a good 2 years for him there. Traded. Moved on to 2024 Steelers. And then signing with the Giants as of right now. Speed be going anywhere, chat. Giants country, let's ride. Hey, look, don't get to saying that, Darius Slade. They finna get a lot of deep balls between Malik Neighbors and him. They finna get a lot of yards. So Giants for Russell Wilson, probably the best spot for him. Steelers might be going with Aaron Rodgers. Shedeur Sanders might be going with the Browns at number 2 anyways. And the Giants felt like they weren't going to get either Cam Ward or Shedeur Sanders. So the best thing to get is
the New York
Travis
Giants
Hunter.
just signed Russell Wilson to a 1-year deal worth up to $21 million. Now that the Giants have their QB1, we shift our focus to the draft where the Giants own the 3rd overall pick. It looks more likely now than ever that they might draft Colorado two-way superstar Travis Hunter. No matter what side they play him, he will provide a big upgrade on offense or on defense.
And they can honestly play with him both ways with Travis Hunter, for real.
The second round, it looks like they might go for some offensive line help and maybe.
I don't give a fuck about their second round. I don't give a fuck about none of that shit. Giants are ass. And I'm good with Russell Wilson being there. I'm good with that.
This is a lot, man. This is more than a little. Oh my God. What? Is that for real? Wow, man. Oh my God. As a kid, man.
Damn, Mean Joe Green signing.
Can you FaceTime your son? Yeah. And that was my favorite player. I'm on the edge here, man. Holy, that was a big bet on that.
You know, I know you got that. Hey, man. I know you got but we got a little something for you, Kerry.
Wow. Oh, my God.
Yeah, man. Well, listen, I know you've been going.
Russell Wilson a good dude, though. He be good spirited, too.
Man, that's my guy.
That's your guy.
I'm like Marshall. Oh my God. It is like the OG jerseys too. Oh my gosh. This is more than I've ever had in Seahawks stuff in general. So.
Oh, man. Dude, that's crazy.
That's sick.
That's yours.
Man, to see myself on a card like that's amazing.
Yeah, that's tough. Shout out to Russ and doing that for that for that kid right there. But hey, love y'all. Appreciate y'all for tuning in. We reacted to the Stephon Diggs situation. You know what I'm saying? Moving from Josh Allen going to the Patriots. Moving from Josh Allen going to the with CJ Stroud, and after the year he had, he thought he was going to have a big year with the Texans, and it just didn't end up that way. Had a season-ending injury, and now he's with the Patriots. Got a higher bag, I think, than Cooper Kupp. And Patriots are desperate, and you seen what they got with Milton Williams or something like that from the Eagles. They gave up a bag. They tried to get Chris Godwin earlier this year. I think earlier last month, they was trying to get, when free agency kicked off, you know what I'm saying, they tried to get Chris Godwin, pay him $30 million a year, but he ended up staying with the Bucs for substantially less than what he would have got. Russell Wilson now with the Giants. He was with the Steelers. He was with the Broncos. He's all over the place since with the Seahawks. And now he's going to be with New York. New York seeming to not be getting Shedeur Sanders at number 3. They seem like they're not going for a quarterback this upcoming year in the 2025 draft. It seems like they're going to be getting the best player available, and Travis Hunter will be that best player available because I think the Browns, they will get Cam Ward I mean, Shedeur Sanders. I think the Titans will get Cam Ward for me. So, and Trey Hendrickson not going anywhere. He's staying with the Bengals. So, it seems like Trey Hendrickson, he's on that move. Corey 2K, what's going on, big dog? I appreciate you for joining the chat. Giants will work for Russ, and Malik Neighbors broke records with 3 different QBs. I see Russ improving with Neighbors. Neighbors a good talent, number 1 talent. I'm with you, Corey 2K. Thank you for tuning in, my bro. Russell Wilson and Jameis Winston, they might go back and forth. I don't know. It might be a circle back and forth if with Justin Fields. He has to do it again. Russell Wilson has to do it all over again, what he just did with Justin Fields. And Russ, he might get injured. Jameis Winston might get in, give you some good games. And now we're trying to see what we're going to do about the quarterback situation. And then Russ starts to get on a streak, and then he does something to fuck it up. If he would have just at the end of the year and not lose 5 straight games, he might still be with the Steelers. But that last 5 straight games of him losing in the first round, getting stomped, that's what led him to the point he's at now. And who knows? He is going to put up some crazy numbers. You've seen George Pickens have the best numbers he had throughout his whole career so far with the Steelers. So Russell Wilson did that too. So it's going to be a lot going on. I appreciate you for tuning in. I thank y'all for my fault, people calling me. I thank y'all for tuning in. Appreciate y'all for tuning in to Lace 'em Up Sports Talk Show. I thank you. God bless, chat. God bless. Appreciate y'all.